Hey, hello, Robert here. So we are quickly coming to the end of September. I've got to take the rest of the honey that I'm planning on taking. Feels like I've been taking honey all September, but there's one category of hives. These would be my July nukes that I would have put honey supers on these guys towards the end of August, early September. Put the honey supers on, and now they've pretty well got them filled up. Everyone else I've taken the honey from. So I've got probably about 12 or 13 hives here with I'm going to take a medium deep super off of and bring you guys along. So here we are at July nuke number 1. That has got to be close to 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches. 2.5 inches. I love to see just a nice girth on those frames. That's going to be 8 or 9 pounds of honey on that one frame. That's probably 6 or 7 pounds, but less uncapping, more honey, saves a lot of time. It's the way to do it. This is a big, beautiful. Lot of honey on that one. That is a heavy frame. There are better ways to do this. I know bee escapes and blowers, and there's better ways than just shaking the bees off, but bees are happy today, at least. That's a good thing. It's better to get your honey off before the bees are angry, and they're still happy today, so beautiful frame of honey right there. I'll leave them these just so they have something to do, some frames to build out. My thinking is being, if you have a nectar flow available, why just let your bees beard on the side of the box? I don't know, like, if it's not a big deal putting some frames on for them to work on, or having a little bit of extra feed for the winter. I don't know, makes sense to me. So here we have number 2 we're going to here. See, these guys are packing it away. What do we have here? Can't complain with that. So hive number 2 is looking fantastic. Just fully capped. So I treated these guys with Formic Pro, and believe I did a 1-in-1 treatment, and the mites weren't too bad. I did a wash on this hive, but I tend to stay away from doing the double Formic treatment. I find it's just too hard on the bees to do the 2 pads at once, so I do go with the 1-in-1, and find it works for me. Starting the second honey super, and more of the same, just beautiful capped honey. Trying to be quick. The bees aren't robbing each other out at this point, but the wasps are a bit of a nuisance. I actually haven't gotten a bee sting yet, which is a little bit surprising. Look at that. Because typically, if I were them, I'd be pretty ticked off that all of my life's work is being stolen like this, but you know what? I admire bees. They don't hold a grudge most of the time. There we go. And that is the last frame. I'm gonna go grab them a medium deep box to work on, because they're still nectar flow. I can overwinter them as 1.5. I just I hate seeing bees just bearding on the side. Put them to work. That's what they want to do. They want to work. Let your bees work. Oh, okay. I think I got to replace the battery in this tray. I can't see anything in my trailer. Okay. There we go. That's it. I got frames. We're good. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I think keep them working. We got another 2 weeks of warm weather. For all I know, they could fill and cap off this whole other super. Too many bees trying to rob out the honey I've taken so far, so I'm gonna move that to the garage. All right, so I've got the empty medium. It's still wet. Got it on there. Give these guys a little bump here. And close them up. On to the next. Here we are. This is hive number 3, and more of the same. Full of honey. Exactly what we want to see. Another beautiful frame of honey. Good job, guys. So just pulled a frame here from, this would be my 3rd hive I'm working on, and it's exactly what I want to see. I got honey along the top. As the bees are hatching out, those winter bees are hatching out, they're backfilling with nectar, which is still plentiful. Got some pollen packed in there. I will heft this hive here. That, I can barely lift that. I'd say that's basically ideal winter weight. That's a heavy hive. I won't put another medium for these guys, not quite as many bees, but they will backfill as the brood nest continues to shrink. These wasps are just, they know, they're waiting for me to come and open those hives up. They're just waiting to attack. But I will put a candy board on these guys. Typically I'll put my candy boards on in November. A nice day in November, open them up, but that one will stay a single. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a line of thought in beekeeping, at least locally in southern Ontario here, that you got to take your honey by Labor Day, and then the rest has to get left for the bees. My situation here was Labor Day, my bees had basically no honey. It was wall-to-wall brood. I was thinking, gosh, I really don't want to have to feed all these bees. That's a lot of sugar syrup, and forget about taking any more honey. And within 3 weeks, the brood nests are looking beautiful, and they are full top and bottom, full of honey. There won't be any feeding required. So all that to say is, don't be dogmatic. If you want to take all your honey by Labor Day, that's fine. You can leave the rest for the bees, that's fine. But I've been able to see myself for 10 years now that September in Ontario at least is the best month for honey, and you can take honey and there's enough honey left over for your bees. I've got this unfortunate situation on the last hive. The bottom bar there came off, so I'm going to leave that end frame in for them and see how they fill these up the next couple weeks. We've got a good flow, and this is a strong hive. I've been taking honey, into late September for years now, and I rarely, if ever, feed, and I rarely have hives starve out in the winter. So take it for what you will. September honey is wonderful. You have a whole bunch of asters, whole bunch of everything in bloom. It's probably the tastiest honey Bees are just rushing to get back in their house. Where did all our honey go? They're all right. They've got lots of honey. So I've got about 6 more July nukes I'm going to harvest. It's hard to be a beekeeper and videographer. Doing the best I can. Hopefully my videos don't suck too much. But anyway, I'm going to get this honey harvested. Then I'm going to try to get to another yard. See you guys later. Take care.